welcome back to another episode of PA Whiskey Guys. I'm Chris.
And I'm Jesse.
And I want to know where John is.
Yeah, John's he's traveling, I think.
Yeah.
I think he's traveling. Missed
good.
a couple. He's got a busy schedule, you know.
Yeah,
Weather's finally breaking for us, and he's on the road.
Yeah, it's gonna start getting nice here soon. Hopefully none of that late snow. What do they call that? The onion snow?
I don't know what it's called, but I think we're gonna get some. We're recording this on Sunday, so who knows when this is gonna be released? This might be another week or two until we release this one. But as of what's today's date? Today is April 6th. I believe they are calling for a couple inches of snow tonight.
Tonight?
Yeah,
oh,
tonight.
Boy.
Yep.
I'm not ready for that.
No, I'm not either. It was miserable and rainy yesterday, and it's cold out there today.
I shouldn't say not ready. I'm past ready. I'm ready for the warm weather.
Yeah, me too. It needs to get nice out already. We could be sipping whiskey on the front porch.
Yeah. And enjoying a cigar with it.
Yeah.
All right. So tonight we have, this is Buzzard's Roost Char 1 Rye. You got a little bit of...
I do, yeah. This is new. I've never seen this.
No.
I've seen a couple of these bottles. They make a bourbon. Oh, I saw a bourbon, and I decided to grab the rye. Probably had the bottle for probably a month or so. Maybe 2 months, maybe. Only saw it in 2 different liquor stores locally here for us in PA that I traveled to. But yeah, history is... Buzzard's Roost was founded in 2019 by Jason Bronner and Judy Hollis-Jones. Jason is co-owner of the Louisville Bourbon Bistro. Probably a popular spot down there once we decide to take a trip there. Yeah, we'll get there. He wanted to create this whiskey, this rye whiskey, I should say, as to be considered a sipping whiskey. You know, so non-mixer, obviously, and no cocktails and all that stuff, you know. They are in Louisville, Kentucky. Yeah, that's about it. I don't have much information on Buzzard's Roost. I've heard of them. I've heard a couple other people talk about them, but I think they're so new, you know, they're just getting their stuff out there now. So. And
from 2019 they started, you said, right?
Yeah.
And they were sourced? Yeah,
they are sourced MGP, which is very, very popular with a lot of companies. They source their whiskey from them. You know, they're all the barrels. So
I can't rag on anybody that does that because I seem to like a lot of the source stuff anyway.
Yeah, we've tried a few. I know Penelope. You know, Penelope whiskey. If anybody's ever had Penelope, I think they just merged, or however it goes. They just either got bought by MGP. Oh. I think they merged. I think they're still independent of each other or whatever, but they are under one roof as far as I know.
Oh, wow.
So, but they're starting to produce their own stuff now as Penelope. But yeah, Buzzard's Roost is from MGP. A lot of people hate on sourced whiskeys and stuff like that because they think it tastes the same. And I'm sure we haven't tried that many that we would see that sameness or that likeness or whatever, but...
You think people are putting it in different barrels, they're aging it differently, you know, different years, different. The big thing that I've noticed a lot of the source stuff is
finished.
The finished.
Yeah, they do finish. They do finished stuff. We haven't had enough, and probably haven't seen enough of different types of bourbons and ryes and here in PA. But I think, you know, they're out there. But we just don't have access to them, you know? So. And
I know as far as the Buzzard Roost go, the Char 1 Rye was their first product.
Oh, okay.
It was their first product.
Yeah, nice.
So
they, even before the bourbon?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Char 1 Rye was their first one that they released.
So. Yeah, I don't know what else they make. I didn't do a whole lot of research on this, you know, this brand. But, like I said, I saw it one day on the shelf. It was reasonably priced, so I grabbed it. You know? Yeah. I think it was like $55 for this bottle.
Hey, so it does come in at 105 proof.
Okay.
The mash bill, did you say that?
No, 95.5.
Yeah, 95% rye, 5% malted barley.
Yeah, that whole true rye, you know?
Yeah. And it's aged around 3 years. So I'm excited for this one.
I know, we're sitting here.
I like ryes.
the color in the bottle and in the glass is absolutely fantastic. It's
Yeah.
pretty awesome color.
Yeah. Dark.
Dark, very dark, which is for 3 years you would never think that.
No.
You know, I would by looking at it. You know, I don't think there's an age statement on the bottle itself, right? No age statement.
Mm-mm.
No.
No, it wasn't on the bottle.
Yeah, just the proof.
When I was looking at their website earlier, is where I saw it was the 3 years and that it was their first
Okay.
bottle to hit the shelves.
Yeah. The they aged this in new 53-gallon white oak barrels, carefully toasted with that Char 1 rye, or Char 1 I should say. Mm-hmm. And the barrels are seasoned for 18 months. I'm not sure what they mean. Like, I guess they let them sit maybe for 18 months before the whiskey's poured in or whatever. But,
Aging the wood.
yeah. So.
Oh, well, I'm going to get ahead of you on the nose here.
Yeah.
I'm going to say right off the gate, vanilla. Like a vanilla extract. Coming in hot. Coming in tough.
Yeah, I do get a little bit of vanilla. I get a little spice in there. A little bit of sweetness, probably the vanilla,
Yeah.
probably the oakiness,
Yeah.
the wood coming through a little bit.
I'm going to go ahead and move into the taste. Right at the tip of the tongue's a buttery cream. It just coats. It's a mouth coating of butter.
So, hold that thought, right? So I'm reading the tasting notes that we have, and it says the nose, rice spices and cedar. As I took my first sip, I got a little bit of the cedar on the palate. And I'm not digging deep for it. It was there. But I don't get it on the nose, which is weird. But it's gone quick. I do get a little bit of the, like, dryness from something. I'm not sure what that's coming from.
I don't get any dryness.
A little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit. And it's almost towards the finish. It's
Yeah.
It's more towards the finish, I would say.
See, on the finish, I get like a really light fruit, like a pear. I don't want to say an apple because I feel like I use apple all the time, but I get like a pear, an apple, like a light fruit.
Yeah, light color fruit. Yeah, light fruit. No dark fruits in this one.
No, nothing heavy. I feel like I gotta dig deep for these flavors in this one.
Yeah, it's not complex, which probably comes with the age.
Yeah.
And the char. I mean, we don't go into detail. Right? Yeah, we don't go into detail with the other whiskeys that we've been trying. Bourbons, mostly bourbons, obviously. But they don't really specify how the barrels are charred or, whatever. I mean, at least we don't bring it up. So, I like it. I think it's pretty good. For a 3-year-old whiskey, it's pretty good. It's got some flavor to it, but it's not, it doesn't linger. It doesn't last long, definitely in the finish, No,
and it doesn't drink like it's 105 proof either.
No, I think we're probably over the part where proof won't bother us, from what we've been trying. Even some of the higher ones. For future podcasts, I have a couple ideas, and I want to see what we do with them. Because I have a couple high proof bottles.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So just out of curiosity, because I think, like I said, our sweet spot right now is probably like 110 to 120ish. I bet you in proof. As a general.
I know those Knob Creeks. I like those the 120 that we had.
Yeah, that was good.
So.
Yeah, that was tasty.
Yeah, I wanted to say on the finish on this now, after sipping on it a little bit, I am getting the sweetness from the skin of an apple. I am getting a little bit of that sweetness there, where it's a little sweet, a little bitter.
I'm getting like finish. A lot of the notes say woody notes.
Man.
I am getting that. And it says the finish pepper and char. I did get a little punch of like pepper there, like quick.
Yeah.
You know, like not necessarily black pepper because that's really pronounced. But
I don't get any of the spice. I really don't get much spice on this at all, if any. And then especially in the finish, I don't taste anything spicy. But again, like you have to, the flavors in this are deep. Like there's no prominent flavor.
Yeah, there's nothing that stands out.
Forward, yeah.
Nothing that stands out other than maybe the vanilla.
I gotta really close my eyes and choose on this one.
Yeah, and I'm still nosing a little bit left in my glass. And I said before we started recording, whatever, I got a little. I was just nosing it, letting it breathe. You know, typically what we've been doing is letting it breathe for a couple good 5 minutes or so, and I get that faint mint, like mint if you had planted in your garden or whatever, you know, like outside. I get that on Rise, and I people that I listen to and, you know, other shows and stuff like that, they say that often, and I do get it from time to time, but it comes and goes pretty fast. Yeah, I'm definitely getting oakiness on this one, you know, sweet oak and wood flavors and stuff.
Yeah, when I think of like mint in a drink, almost, I think of like a mojito, you know, where it's not overpowering either. Where they muddle.
The muddling is probably, you know, overpowering it.
Yeah, but even in those, it's not. I don't ever get taken away by mint.
Yeah, I don't really.
And I like mint.
Yeah, I do too. I don't really use it. I mean, haven't really used it in any cocktails or, you know, I don't drink mojitos that often. I don't want to make them. I'm too lazy. Yeah. It's a lot of work.
Yeah. I don't have a muddle.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
I mean, enjoy it.
It's
for a rye, for it to be 95% rye. I can't compare it to the ryes that we've had.
Yeah, it's not a really strong, spicy one.
No.
You know, but again, that could be, you know, the age, which oddly enough, the age usually makes it like more ethanol. I don't get any of that at all. No ethanol, nothing like. I'd like to say it's like a beginner's rye. You know, I think you mentioned that before with one of the other ones that we tried.
Yeah.
I really want to say that it is. You know, minus the proof. The proof might get some people, but.
Yeah, I think if someone wants to taste a rye, you know, that's not gonna take them out in the beginning. This would be a good one to lean on.
Yeah.
And try it, and it's the availability is. What would you say here in Pennsylvania is?
I mean, I've seen it.
Okay.
I don't travel to many stores. You know, I have 2 or 3 that I visit from time to time. You know, relatively close to home. I think it's just new on the market. I think we just started seeing it, so it's really not popular. You know, to us, even online in some like Facebook groups, I haven't seen many people talk about it.
No,
not the rye. I did see the bourbon out there, but not the rye.
It's the first time I'm seeing it, so I wouldn't have even noticed it in the stores probably.
Yeah, I like to try some other stuff from them, you know, if we can find it. The bourbon. I know I saw the bourbon for sure, like I said.
Well, they had that smoke-barreled rye and the cigar rye as well.
Yeah.
Which would be interesting.
Yeah, they make single barrel rye. You know, something interesting if we could try them, you know.
Yeah, a couple different ryes, the barrel strengths and...
They do some research on these guys, though. You know, like it's a pretty good product so far. You know, from the only one we tasted, but
yeah. All right, well, I'm gonna give it 2 thumbs up.
Yeah, me too.
You know,
yeah, me too. I kind of dig it.
It has a very sweet finish.
It does,
but it doesn't. Again, it's not hitting like a normal, another rye would for me. But again, so 2 thumbs up on this.
Yeah, same here.
All right, well, those listening, drop us a comment, like and subscribe. And let us know what else we should try. What do you want to hear about? Some other ideas. Do you have some sleepers on the market that you think not a lot of people are drinking? Not a lot of people are giving too much credit to. And let us know what you think.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, let us know what they are. So again, we're on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. You can listen on YouTube, Amazon Music, Apple Music, and Spotify. And I'm Chris.
And I'm Jesse.
And we'll catch you with the cork out.